This is Superyacht News, in association with Go Earth Boating, navigating boat buyers to better deals. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Superyacht News done inside of a marina. We're back in Italy, down here for the Monaco Yacht Show. Obviously, the Monaco Yacht Show is in Monaco, but we're staying in Italy, leading up to the event, which is at the end of September. Anyway, we did it in our last video. We did a story about a whale encounter, which left some people sort of screaming in the comments that it wasn't an attack, the whales were just playing. We've got another video for you. This comes from the same area. This is off the coast of Portugal. This is the same area as the previous vessel that we showed you, which was from a couple of months ago. This is a recreational sort of sailing yacht sailing off Casques Bay, and it sank early in the afternoon on Saturday after, according to the people on board, being rammed by orcas. Now, there was a video which shows the entire encounter, well, the majority of the encounter. I'll play that for you now. The 4 people on board had to be rescued by another vessel. I would presume it's the vessel that was filming the entire encounter. Now, in the comments of the last video, a lot of people were saying that it wasn't an attack and that the orcas were just playing. You know, regardless of what they were doing, the vessel sank. I'm sure the owner of that vessel doesn't care whether it was an attack or not. The fact is, the orcas rammed into the yacht and sank it. Regardless of the motive of these whales, of the orcas, you know, the vessel still sank. So yeah, anyway, nobody was hurt, luckily, in that incident. At least it didn't get eaten, right? Anyway, we'll move on. We told you in a last video that Yacht Breakthrough, the 650 million euro super yacht, had been purchased, and we broke the news that it was Patrick De Vici who bought that yacht. Now, he recently, well, 2 years ago, 2023, he bought Yacht Ahpo. At the time, it was one of the largest brokerages in history, one of the biggest sales of a yacht from one person to another. 340 million, I believe, he paid for that yacht. Well, he's now almost doubled that by buying Breakthrough at 645 million euros. Now, at the time of that sale, in the last video on Friday, we said that we weren't sure if Ahpo was sold. We just had some information through from a very reliable source that says that the sale of Ahpo is underway. Edmiston have removed the yacht from their website. They're the brokerage. They brokered the deal for Breakthrough as well. It was an internal deal, which means that they were selling on behalf of Bill Gates, and they were also brought the buyer, as in Patrick De Vici. None of these names have been released, by the way, except from us. We also broke the news that Bill Gates was the owner of Breakthrough originally. So yeah, so Ahpo is now selling. We got told that the sale is imminent, coming in the coming days or weeks. Now, we don't currently know who bought that yacht, but we will bring it to you soon enough when we find out. Now, incidentally, Ahpo is actually in Italy right now. It's laid up in Genoa in the Amico shipyard. So maybe we'll go and see that yacht if it's still there in a few days. All right, we'll move on to our next story. Yacht Flying Fox, once owned by a Russian, which was almost arrested in the Dominican Republic at the beginning of the invasion of Ukraine, is now in Germany. Now, interestingly, the vessel's just sailed into Hamburg yesterday, and it looks like it's going to the Bloemen Voss shipyard, which is now owned by Lursen. So it looks like it's going in for a refit period. Now, this yacht obviously couldn't have done a refit when it was owned by the Russian. It would have been arrested. Now, interestingly, previously to the vessel arriving in Hamburg, it was actually in the UK. This is footage that was sent in to us by one of our subscribers. I'll put his name on screen. I think his name is Steve Johnson. I'll put his name on screen if that's incorrect. This was off the coast of the Isle of Wight on the 14th of September. So the vessel passed through the UK on her way to Hamburg. It's very interesting. Like I said, just a few months ago, if that vessel had entered UK waters under the previous ownership, it would have been arrested, no doubt, because we've arrested a vessel, Motor Yacht Phi, and that's a Russian owner who's not under any sanctions. And the previous owner, his name was Dmitry Kemenchek. He wasn't under any sanctions. He's still not under any sanctions, but he sold the vessel. Now, the new owner is Sheikh Mansour from the UAE. Now, we reported a few weeks ago that the vessel was sailing around like a support vessel for Motor Yacht Blue, the 160-meter, even more massive yacht than Flying Fox. He owns both of those vessels now. It's rumoured that the Prince of Wales and his family were on board sailing with Sheikh Mansour. Now, it's possible or likely that they were on the second vessel. I don't know. That's just speculation based on my own experience in the industry. But anyway, regardless, the rumour was that the Prince of Wales and his family were on board with the Sheikh. So, hence two massive yachts sailing around the Mediterranean. But yeah, very strange to see Flying Fox in UK waters and now in German waters. Like I said, obviously under the new ownership, that's not a problem. Okay, I've got one more thing before I go. On Friday, I posted a Superyacht news video on the members site by mistake instead of for the public. I remedied that on Saturday, and then on Sunday I did the opposite with a video and posted it to the public when it was meant to be for the members. This was the one where I'm sitting in the car talking about health benefits of disconnecting from the internet. Ironically, I know. Anyway, after reading the comments, I decided to leave it public. This is sort of an example of what you'll get if you become a member on the channel. It was not intentional, but I've left it anyway. Now, interestingly, the video is not monetized, so if you watch it, you shouldn't get any adverts on that video. The members' videos are generally not monetized for obvious reasons. They don't want to see adverts when they're paying a membership fee. But I've left it anyway as it is. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, be sure to check it out. The comments are very interesting from some of the people who watched that video. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know what was happening. I went a bit crazy. I had far too much going on over the weekend with the travel and preparation and making videos, etc. So anyway, hopefully I've cleared that one up now. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. If you've got any information if you've got any information for us of any of these stories or any others, please be sure to get in touch. If you want to send videos or photos, send them to the link in the description and in the ticker. And if you want to contact us, there's an email address there also. Okay, so from beautiful San Remo, I'll leave it till the next video. All right, guys, bye-bye.